Iberian ham stands out as one of the costliest meats on the planet, with a single leg fetching up to $4,500. But what makes this delicacy so special? Its production isn't just a process, it's a 5-year journey of tradition, patience, and culinary mastery. Each leg of Iberian ham undergoes a thorough transformation before it earns its place on the finest tables. But what exactly goes into creating the world's most luxurious ham? We stepped inside an Iberian Bolota ham factory to reveal the secrets of crafting this expensive ham. From acorn-fed pigs roaming the Spanish countryside to the precise curing techniques that develop its unique flavor, we will discover what sets this ham apart from all others. Iberian Bolota ham, a prized delicacy from Spain, is made from pigs that are exclusively fed acorns. This unique diet results in pork so tender and flavorful that it commands some of the highest prices globally. Sourced from a rare breed with a high intramuscular fat content, Iberian ham is highly esteemed in Spanish cuisine and cherished by the world's largest producer and consumer of ham. The Iberian black pig, a descendant from wild boars, has been revered as a luxury food for centuries. Recognizable by its small ears, dark color, and protruding snout, this breed is known for its rich fat content and beautifully marbled meat, setting it apart from other pig breeds. The ham is sourced from the pig's hind leg, while most companies also cure the front leg, known as paleta, and use the remaining meat for products like chorizo. The process starts in the dehesa, a special type of pasture land in Spain where Iberian pigs are raised. Each year, 2,500 Iberian pigs are raised on this estate. The critical period for rearing these pigs is the acorn season, from October to March. During this time, the pigs primarily consume acorns, walking up to 16 kilometers a day and eating as much as 20 pounds of acorns daily. This diet and exercise infuse the meat with healthy fats and enhance its flavor. Acorns are rich in fatty acids that reduce cholesterol and protect against cardiovascular diseases. These fatty acids also intensify the ham's flavor as their oils penetrate the pig's muscle tissue, creating a beautiful marbling that makes the ham incredibly tender and flavorful. The next step is the profiling phase, where a skilled worker cuts part of the skin and fat in a V shape, the typical cut for ham and paleta. A highly skilled worker uses a cutting tool to remove excess fat and meat, aiding in the curing process. The removed fat is used to make lard. The profiled hams are then transported to the factory in refrigerated trucks. Upon arrival, their temperature is checked, and they are placed on a conveyor belt, where each leg is assigned an individual traceability label, providing the unique history of each ham. Afterward, the hams are moved to a refrigeration chamber, where they are cooled to a temperature between 0 and 1 degrees Celsius. Reaching this optimal temperature is crucial for the salting process, as it allows the salt to penetrate the meat effectively, enhancing the flavor and preventing bacterial growth. If the hams are not at the correct temperature, the salt cannot penetrate the meat properly and eliminate bacteria. Next is the salting process. The Iberian ham legs are transferred to the salting chamber, where they are immersed in sea salt for nearly a week at temperatures just above freezing. This natural preservative encourages mold formation, which helps protect the meat from bacteria. The hams and paletas are buried in salt for 15 to 20 days. The process involves layering, a layer of salt on the ground, followed by a layer of ham, and then another layer of salt. The duration of salting is determined by the weight of the ham. For instance, if a ham weighs 26 pounds, it will remain in the salting chamber for 13 days. This process dehydrates the meat and enhances its flavor. Once the optimal salting point is reached, a rope is tied under the hock and the washing process begins. The hams are placed on a conveyor belt that passes through rollers that brush off the salt, and then they are washed with high-pressure water. After washing, the hams are shaped. They are placed in a machine that presses them, and then a worker strikes the hams to mold them into a racket shape. This process helps form the rich layer of Iberian lard that envelops and protects the meat. The hams are then transferred to drying chambers for 90 days. Initially, they enter the chambers at a temperature of 3 degrees Celsius with 90% humidity. These chambers carefully control and exchange humidity and temperature, with machines removing excess moisture to maintain optimal conditions. The hams undergo a further curing process in which they experience the 4 climatic seasons, allowing moisture to gradually escape from their interior while developing the distinctive Iberian texture and aroma. After 3 months in the drying chambers, the hams are moved to the aging cellar. In this facility, over 150,000 hams are stored. In the curing cellars, the hams rest at a temperature between 14 and 16 degrees Celsius, allowing the fat to stabilize. During this time, the color, aroma, and flavor of the ham fully mature, a process that can take up to 3 years. During this period, the ham develops a characteristic mold that aids in drying. This mold is beneficial, catalyzing the process to develop the best aromas. However, if the humidity in the chambers is too high, another type of mold, known as cat hair, may appear. This mold forms a coating that can damage the hams. To ensure proper curing, the temperature is gradually increased to around 13 degrees Celsius. The hams are then transferred to another cellar, where they are kept at 18 degrees. After 180 days, they are moved to a final cellar, where they stabilize and undergo a slow drying process. Here, they will remain for about 2 years, with temperatures maintained between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. As the hams cure, they release more and more moisture from their interior and can lose up to 2 pounds. The color of the meat and its exterior crust will deepen, indicating that the ham is curing properly. These temperature fluctuations are crucial for the ham to develop its aromas and stabilize. After completing the process in the drying cellars, lard is applied to the most exposed part, which is the bone area, to prevent bacterial growth. During this time, the meat's enzymes trigger the release of aromatic compounds, enhancing the ham's complex flavors. The final step is the selection process, where thousands of hams are evaluated by master ham makers. First, they are pressed to ensure the curing is adequate. Next, the shape of each piece is inspected. Finally, using a special scale, the masters check for any unusual aromas at 3 key points: the heart, the mass, and the hock. Hams that do not meet these criteria are excluded from the market. The top tier is the black label, which signifies 100% Iberian Bolota ham. This name represents the highest quality and is therefore the most expensive. Depending on factors like size, fat content, and climatic conditions, each ham leg can be preserved for up to 2 years if stored properly. The factory features a slicing line for cutting the ham into thin slices. The process begins with stabilizing and deboning the ham. An electric peeler then removes all the skin and excess fat. The ham is then fed into the slicer, which cuts at a rate of 60,000 slices per hour. After slicing, the pieces are arranged on trays and sealed with plastic to prevent oxygen from entering. They are packaged either as individual slices or as whole pieces. It is then transported to retailers and specialty stores, where it will be available for purchase. If you want to know how Wagyu beef is made, watch the video on your screen, and please like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel by activating the notifications to continue learning. Thanks for watching.